Alrighty, what's up everybody, Peter Gilmore here for my second and final video of the day. Once again, here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down below, and share this video all over the internet. Subscribe to my channels, like I said, down below. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never, ever miss an upload. And that's it. So, like the video, share the video, do whatever the fuck you want. That's all I gotta say about that. Come in the chat, act a fool, talk some wrestling and some other good stuff. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, I'm tired as fuck. But I'm gonna do this video anyway. Hopefully I don't pass out, but it is what it is. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in the description box below, thank you for the dislike, motherfucker. And as the title below says, in the description box below is my video about WWE swing cleaning. They got rid of Samoa Joe, Mickey James, the Iconics, and others. So I'll give my take on that. So check it out down below. Give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to tap the bell and subscribe. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, on this late Thursday night, April the 15th, 2021, it was supposed to be tax day, but they moved it up to, I think, May 17th or May 15th or something like that. So don't forget to do your taxes. So get your refund. Hopefully people have done those taxes get their refund soon. I hope to get mine soon. I want my tax refund soon so I can go on a little mini vacation with you know who. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully by July or August I can take a little mini vacation, but we'll see. And that's that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Thursday night, it is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Dynamite review for August the 14th, 2021 from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. All right. AEW last night, pretty good show, nothing great. Got their best rating in their history, 1.2 million views, 1.216 million views, 0.44 demographic. That's some good shit. That's some good shit, brother. So, and this was the first night of without any competition from NXT. So, looks like over the next couple of weeks, they'll probably be getting probably around 1 million views every week because they got no competition except for when the NHL starts. But when the NHL playoffs start, but that's gonna be competition for them. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on from there. All right, so AEW is gearing up for their big event May the 5th, which is going to be Blood and Guts with the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle in a big steel cage, brother. So they're gearing up for that event. And some other things going to be happening over the next couple of weeks. And after May 5th, they're going to start the road to Double or Nothing 2 or 3. I think 3. Double or Nothing 3. Coming up on May the 25th, I believe. Let me check my date. I'm tired as fuck. It is May the 29th. I'm sorry. May the 29th is Double or Nothing. So, right on Memorial Day weekend. Now, it's going to be from Daly's Place. I don't know. Probably will be, but we'll see what happens when we get there. And I'm going to have a lot of fans there, too. That's that. All right, so let's get into this barn-burning review. And like I said, chat room's open if you want to come in for a little bit. Not going to talk too long. Because like I said, I'm fucking tired as fuck. I want to have some energy for the weekend if I can, because I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. I wake up and I'm sleepy. I go to bed. I go take a nap. I get up. I'm sleepy again. So I could barely stay up for like a couple hours, and then I'm like right back to sleep, and then I'm zonked out the whole fucking day. I've been like that for like the last couple of days. I don't know. Something's wrong with me. It is what it is. Too much fucking wrestling. That's probably why. I don't know. But it is what it is. All right, let's get into this jam-packed edition of Dynamite. And that's that. All right, be off with a promo from the Young. They're tired of being the Young Bucks. They're gonna show us something new. So they're like cutting off their tassels and stuff like that. Then we see them almost super kick the camera. They have Dior shoes on. There's new shoes they have on. So that was kind of cool. So I'm going to see a new look Young Bucks on Dynamite. So that should be cool. We'll see what happens with that. Then after that, we see MJF. Well, we see Iron Mike Tyson trying to cut a promo. Hey, you know me, Mike Tyson. You know, you're playing me. I'm saying you how you feel. Tyson cut a promo since he is the special enforcer. So just got a promo, and then MJF comes up to him trying to pay him off. You make Dax Harwood win, and you turn your back on Jericho. So Tyson takes up the blank check, picks it up, and then puts it in his mouth and spits it right in MJF's face. That was kind of cool. And you know, yeah. So that was kind of cool. So we'll see what happens with Mr. Iron Mike Tyson coming up in a little bit. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we're rolling. Dynamite. All right, so we're off into Daly's place with match number 1 for the AEW Tag Team titles. We have the Death Triangle, the Bastard Pac, and Phoenix taking on the Young Bucks. Who come out with Don Callis. Goes to commentary, as usual. Not that we need a 4-man combo, but it is what it is. Basically, talking about and kissing up to the Young Bucks, how great they are. It's like, oh, this is the greatest team in the millennium. It is what it is. Match itself was pretty good, right? But typical Bucks match. It's also with Pac and Matt to start. Pac sends Matt into the ropes, backs up to give him some space, and then starts working on that one. So there's some Matt wrestling for a little bit, and then a head scissors takedown from from Matt, and then Pac does one. Then you have a little bit of a stalemate. Then you go head to head, start talking some smack to his brother in the corner. but realizes that Ray is there. Whoops, wrong corner there, dude. So he rolls through to tag in Nick. Ray Phoenix comes in. And they do some mat wrestling as well. They go back and forth. And Ray, Nick dives through the ropes to the apron and flips to escape a kick. Ray heads out. Nick goes in. They hop to the other apron. Ray hits an arm drag. Then Nick goes for a dropkick and missed. Ray stops, says, "No, no, no!" And but Nick hits a hard clothesline, tags in his brother Matt, whips into the ropes, tosses Ray over his head. Ray with a crossbody and then a headbutt. And then Pac gets in the ring, hits the ropes and dives over the top to Matt, just as Ray hits a suicide dive onto Nick. There's a lot of craziness going on to start. And then they go at it again. And they start. Ray rolls Nick into the ring, chops him very hard, drops Matt to his knees, hits a hard right to the back of the head, then a body slam, circa 1921. Tags in Pac. Pac with a boot to the neck. Matt with a kick. Pac backs into a tag. Ray dives, misses a clothesline. Pac spins, kicks him in the head. Then Ray both hit a dropkick to the head. And then Nick tags in. Nick flips over the top. Nick flips over to the apron, kicks Pac. Shoulder to Ray. He flies in with an X Factor to Ray. Steps on the face, then lifts up his very expensive Dior AJ1s. And fans I like that the fans are going, "Those are fake." No, not a fake. They put them on the Twitter page. So they go to work on Ray Phoenix a little bit. Ray comes back once off the ropes, reverse super kick. Hits a right hand, tags in Pac. Pac comes in with a drop kick off the top to Nick. Then a kick to Matt. Then another one. He hits the ropes and another kick to the side of the head. He picks up Matt, hits a bling buster for a near fall. Sends Matt into the corner face first. Then does it again. Matt's on his knees, hits a right. Pac kicks him in the chest. Then again. He hits the ropes. Nick's there to pull him out. Pac hits a right hand. Matt flies through the ropes with a drop kick to the dome. That's the head. Ray rushes them. We get a double team, kind of a Hulk Hogan style. Ray, get it back. And Nick locked the heads to call for a power bomb. They hit power bombs on the apron. Ow. And then Nick gets tagged in. He starts to work on Pac to the corner. He rushes, hits a high knee face. Tags back in Matt. Matt grabs Pac, puts him in the corner facing the turnbuckle. And then Matt does a bunch of flippity-doos, then rakes the back of Pac. Ouch. As we go to break, we come back. Nick Pac into the corner, into the ropes. It's going to be Pac's able to send Nick out. And then Matt, they go to the outside. Pac reaches for the tag, but the Bucks pull right off the apron. And then Matt's on the apron, asking the fans for cheers and all that other shit. Back kicks Nick on the corner, flies with a hurricane off the top, then a super kick to Matt, hits the ropes with a springboard and hits a double Gilmore cutter, bang, for a near fall. Pac comes in, then he hit the blue thunder bomb from Pac. Pac hits a blue thunder bomb. As always, people kick out because nobody gets pinned on a blue thunder. They keep going at it. The quick German super. Pac looks behind. Matt the ropes. Ray runs the ropes and kicks Matt and flies over the top to the outside. Then they get a German and a pin for a near fall. Pac goes to the top looking for the red arrow, the black arrow. Nick enters. Pac jumps off running. Then hits a running kick to the corner. Then a super kick from Matt. Ray enters with a kick. Hits the ropes. Ray bounces him off the top rope, and we get a Canadian Destroyer. Out. Then Ray pulls him. Goes outside the ring. Matt gets up. Pac is up. They go back and forth. They get sent to the apron. Matt's on the apron. They go at it again. Ray pulls Matt off. Nick pulls Pac off. Then he hit Poison Ranas to Matt and Pac on the outside. That was pretty sick. And then Ray and Nick with a super kick. But Ray's like, super kick. Then he and hits a Gilmore cutter to Nick. Sends Matt into the ring. Pac comes in. Matt reaches for a tag. Pac grabs the head, hits a superplex to Matt. And then Ray up top hits a frog splash for a near fall. And then Ray drags Matt to the corner, tags in Pac. He hits the Black Arrow. And brother and Ray Phoenix is stopping him. They go 1, 2, and then sucked. Ray sends Nick out. Nick flies back in, hits a climb, drags Matt over to legal. Nick runs into a boot. Pac tries for a German suplex, and then Nick with a low blow. And then Ray Phoenix comes in. He's been to a super kick. And then Nick rips off the mask of Ray Phoenix, so we see half his face. He's like, "Oh, my face! I am hideous!" And then they hit a double super kick. 1, 2, 3 bucks. You know, they cheated the win. They still win a win. They win EW tag team belts, and that's pretty. It's not a bad match. I gotta say right there. So good match for the Bucks, but sucks. They had to cheat the win. But these are the heel Bucks that we saw in Japan. We saw a little bit of Ring of Honor and a little bit of PWG. They're good Christian boys. Yeah, it is what it is. So we'll see what happens with them as we move on from there. And that's that. All right, go back with Alex Marge, who's doing some cowboy shit, drinking as usual. So Alex asks Adam about the drink, updates everyone on John Silver's shirt. He says he's going to be out for another 4 to 6 weeks. So he's like, "What are we talking about?" And then he left. He kind of ignores the question and he's like, "Get some egg rolls." Well, why not Chili's? The Dark Order loves Chili's. I mean, what? Egg rolls, Adam? Really? Come on. Anyway, so that was kind of funny. That's that. And then Alex Reynolds, takes Johnny Hungy's arm. He's like, "Come on, show us your fight." So yeah, so we'll see what happens with Adam Page and the Dark Order. I still can't believe he's in the group. He looks like he's in the group, but he's kind of not in the group. Was just there. He's like the Virgil of the group. When Virgil Vincent was in the NWO, basically, it is what it is. Thank you for the dislikes. Keep liking him because it equals views. Because he can't do anything. That's all I can say. All right. So we get that. So I get that 2.25 out of 5 stars. All right, we go to break. We come back once again with Alex Marvez. This time he's with Iron Mike Tyson and the Inner Circle. And they're all buddies now. Jericho agrees. New attitude. Right, some of the wrongs they committed. Jericho called some people to apologize. And one of them was Mike Tyson. There have been a God dear. But Jericho respects him because he has been staying on top for the last 30 years. Tyson told him if he ever needed anything, he'd be there. So he asked them to be there. And thankfully, Mike had their back. And talks about him being a special enforcer for his match. Jericho doesn't want special treatment. He wants to call it right down to me today, like Vito Fanso says. So Tyson says he is firm but fair. So he'll let the best man win. He won't take any sides. And if Jericho messes up, he can get knocked out again. And Jericho's like, damn, I'm still like from 2011. So we'll see what happens with Tyson and Jericho and the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle coming up in a little bit. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, then we get to match number 2, Red Velvet. Taking on the powerful, lovely Jade Cargill. This feud's been going on for a long time. Finally comes to a head on Dynamite. And it wasn't a bad match. It's also with Red attacking at the bell. Jade comes in, can't even finish her damn entrance. And then Jade comes out of the corner with a big pump kick. Then she kicks again out of the corner, grabs Red's head, lifts her from a pump handle. Red floats over, hits a spinning kick to the chin. The ropes as Jade falls over the top to the outside. Just the ropes, hits a suicide dive onto Jade Cargill. And then starts working on the back of Jade. She with a whip, Jade lifts Red on the outside, then follows slam over the barricade into the crowd. Ow. So Jade gets in the ring, and the girls at ringside that basically appear on Dark Elevation and Dark don't get much TV time. They check on her. So like, come on, Red, come on! Start motivating her to get back in the ring. She gets on the apron. Jade gives her a right hand, then hits a delayed suplex on the Red. She kips up. She flips her head because she's like Bianca. No, she's not there. I'm Jade Cog, you bitch. Yeah. And she starts celebrating. Blah blah blah. We go to commercial. We come back. Red comes back with an insignia to the back of the head. Goes for a splash. Missed it, but Jade misses a spear. Hits the ring post. Ow. Red falls to the mat as the referee checks on Jade. Red gets up. Jade gets up. They rush each other in the corner. Jade basically no-sells it. And a clothesline, and Jade's still standing. Red with a third clothesline, this time hooking Jade and drops Jade. Red hits the ropes again, wheelbarrow into a bulldog. So he's on fire. Hits a standing moonsault for a 1 count. Drags Jade into the corner. Jade with a kick. Red drags her over to the corner. And she goes to the top, flies, tries for a moonsault, but Jade goes away, then hits the glam slam. Does it better than Beth fucking Phoenix. And covers her 1, 2, 3. So Jade Cargill reigns undefeated. In a pretty decent match. Gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So, the Jade Cargill Red Velvet feud, I hope it's over because I'm getting sick of it. And hopefully Jade Cargill makes her way up the rankings. The rankings suck. But we'll see what happens with her as we move on with that. Pretty decent match, and that's that. All right, there we go backstage with Tony Baloney. I mean, Tony Schiavone, Tony Schiavone, whatever you want to call him. He's backstage with Reba, don't call her Rebel, and our good friend, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby. Basically going over the rankings once again. Goes over the fact that's 2 wins more than Red Velvet, who's now at 5-1. She's at 7-0. So she's going to be moving up to number 2. Red Velvet was number 3. She was number 3. Now she's probably going to go up to number 2. Talks about Dark Elevation and Dark, and says, we will get what we finally deserve, a role model as our champion. Wait, but wasn't Big a role model and our champion as well? Anyway, go with that. Whatever Britt Baker says, I'll go with. Britt Baker, DMD, baby. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, so pretty decent promo from Britt, and I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we will move from there. And that's that. All right, then we get to your squash match of the night, your bathroom break of the night. Match number 3, Anthony Ogogo of the factory, the Nightmare Factory, as the QT Marshall Factory. He takes on some jobber named Cole Carter. Thanks for coming, Cole. Go back to being on Dark Elevation and Dark. This match lasted 51 goddamn seconds. And basically, Carter did one move, and then Anthony breaks the waistlock, reversed it. Carter hit an elbow, and that was it. And Anthony rolls out, and then it goes whoop, boom. Takes a big punch in the midsection, and that was it. Referee had to stop it because the punch was just too much. So Anthony Ogogo gets his first win on AEW. Oh, in AEW, I believe. Like I said, match lasted 51 seconds. So I gave it a 1.5 out of 5 stars. But this guy, Anthony Ogogo, fought in Britain and just beat the crap out of Cody, last week. And he did it at the house show. The house always wins last Friday. And, this guy's a beast. And don't be surprised if he gets a TNT world title shot. Guy's a beast. He can probably break your ribs in 5 places. But that's all I got to say about that. So, like I said, 1.5 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on from there. All right, then we get to match number 4. Dax Hardwood, who came out with Tully Blanchard. We tried to come out with some of the Pinnacle, but they all got sent to the back. but somehow Cash Wheeler stayed with him. He takes on Chris Jericho, who came out with Iron Mike Tyson, and with Sammy Guevara as well. So get to the match. Match wasn't that bad. Starts off with them going at it. Jericho backs Dax into the ropes. Sends him into the ropes. Hits a rope thrust. It just starts going to work. Dax rolls to the outside. Jericho follows. Grabs a chair and heads over to Tyson's there to take the chair away. And I was like, oh, might get some tension between Jericho and Tyson. Oh no. So anyway, that leads to Dax chopping Jericho and grabs the bat that Jericho has. Floyd the bat. Tyson takes away the bat. Jericho with the right hand sends Dax into the barricade. Then Jericho unhooks the grabs Dax, sends him face first into it. Ow. And then Dax goes into the crowd, tossing chairs out of his way. Jericho follows. They fight their way back into the ring. Dax starts working on Jericho a little bit. Pulls Jericho's mouth back behind. Ow. Referee has to stop him. Then gets some chops. Then a little bit more from Jericho. Dax goes out of the ring, heading over to the trainer to check on his stitches, because he had like 10 stitches in the back of his head that Jericho said he gave him. I thought it was that Santana gave him, but it is what it is. So Jericho takes the mic and hits Dax with the mic, and then Dax comes back, whips Jericho into the stage. Ow. Grabs Jericho. Jericho grabs a pen, stabs Dax with it. Ow. Then a body slam on the outside. Jericho grabs the camera, starts looking down at Dax. He starts flipping him off. That was kind of cool. I think he did that one a couple of times. I remember Rock doing that. To Stone Cold or Triple H and on the announce table. And then I think he gave him the rock bottom through the announce table or the stunner. I forget what it was. But anyway, Jericho sends Dax into the ring. He comes in. Jericho kicks, knees to the side of the head, side of the face. Sends Dax into the ropes. Dax stops. Grabs Jericho, sends him into the corner. And then he sends Jericho into the barricade. As we go to break, come back, Jericho hits a big shoulder tackle, then another one. Gets sent over the top, lands on the ropes, crawls to the top, flies with a sandal, circa 1921. Then hits the ropes, hits that big patented bulldog of his. Goes for the lion salt, hits the lion salt for a near fall. And then Jericho gets up, hits Dax on the arm, then again. Starts working on Dax for a little bit. And then Jericho with a clothesline for a near fall. He gets up, Dax is at the corner, Jericho hits a clothesline, and it starts, continue to beat up on Dax. Dax comes back with a rope assist to sit out powerbomb for a near fall. Then he hits a headbutt, but Jericho moved. Jericho grabs the legs, he wants to waltz with Jericho, and he locks it in. Cash gets on the apron and hits a cheap shot to Jericho. But then Sammy Guevara is there, send Cash crashing into the stage. And then they start beating each other up as Tyson just looks on. And then Dax grips Jericho, kicks, misses the Judas Effect elbow. Dax with a brain buster for a near fall. Then he locks the head, and Jericho out of nowhere hits the code breaker. And he's trying to get the cover, but Santana and Ortiz come out, and they start fighting on inside the tunnel. Ortiz then attacks MJF, and then Cash Wheeler has the bat on the apron, but Mike Tyson's there. Cash looks to swing on Tyson, but Tyson knocks him the fuck out. And that's that. And then inside the ring, Dax looks to powerbomb Jericho, but Sammy Guevara gets on the apron and distracts him. Drops down. Jericho comes back with a big back pop. Then the Judas Effect elbow. 1, 2, 3. Chris Jericho picks up the win over Dax Hardwood. And that's pretty much it. Match itself was all right. Gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, they're yelling and screaming at each other. And then Jericho gets the mic and basically says that Mike Tyson is now an official member of the Inner Circle. So now 6 members of the Inner Circle to 5 members. Well, yeah, 5 members. I think 5 or 6 members of the Pinnacle. I think it's MJF, Wardlow, FTR, Shawn Spears. Yeah, 6 and 6. So it should be a 6-on-6 cage match. Maybe at Blood and Guts on May the 5th. I don't know if Tyson will get involved in that cage match or Tully Blanchard will get involved in a cage match. But like I said, it might be 5-on-5 or 6-on-6. But now that Tyson's in the mold, hopefully it doesn't turn on Jericho. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. So pretty good match. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's each bitch. And that's it. We're doing pretty good on time. So we're good. Outside of Daly's place, where we see Alex Marvez talking to Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, the Good Brothers, and Don Callis, trying to get a word with them. And then Callis says, "Get the hell out of here, Marvez." And he starts talking to the camera. He says, "If the wrestling world has learned one thing about them, it's that just when you think you've seen it all, you haven't seen anything yet. And when the Bucks came back into the fold, it wasn't the end of the story. It was just the beginning." And then Kenny gets on the mic, says he listens to the web, the podcast, and everyone's wondering why they changed. Basically, he says they didn't change. They just got sick of all of us non-sport, numbnut fans, wanting them to be just like us, like all you WWE marks out there. Basically, they're not like those dumb numbnut fans, and when they go, the gold will follow. And then Matt Jackson says this is not all just fun and games. They are the best. They are back. The tag team division on notice. And if they want a shot, if anybody wants a shot, they'll get a BTE trigger with their damn name on it. So basically, anybody wants, they're going to have to work for it. It is what it is. And then Don Callis says, if you wanted the old Bucks and Kenny Omega, you got it. And be prepared to be surprised once again. I don't know what that means. Well, we'll see what happens with that. And then the Bucks try to super kick the cam like they do on BTE. They stop, and then Don Callis does the honors. That was kind of funny. It's like, no, do it. So they come back, and Tony Schiavone's like, Don Callis should be suspended for what he just did. Like, he's going to get suspended. Yeah, okay. Shut up, Schiavone. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So that was a pretty good segment. I gave that 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. So we'll see what happens with the Super Elite as we move on in the next coming weeks. And that's that. And we move on. That's that. All right. After that, we get the match number 5. We have the return of the alien, Chris Statlander. Poke. The woman that pokes your nose. She can poke my, if you know what I mean. But it is what it is. She takes on Amber Nova, who we've seen in the NWA. So, matches are right. Nothing great. Basically, Chris Statlander squash match. But it is what it is. Chris comes in. She had a little bit of ring rust. And she comes in and bops and bops. Boopy bop. Boopy bop. Boozy bop, bop. Nobody was boozy bop. So she boops Nova. Nova's like, bitch, why'd you boop me? Goes for a kick. Chris catches her, spins her into a right hand, and then she just beat the crap out of her. And came back for a little bit. She shoves Chris and grabs a towel of some sort. And she just pie faces Chris in the face. But Chris grabbed her, presses her, then just drops Nova hard on her face. Then she hits an interesting leg drop into a senton. That was kind of cool. Gives a thumbs up to her man Orange Cassidy. I don't know if they're banging or anything, but who knows. Stands in the corner to the opposite, hits a uppercut, goes off the ropes, hits a running knee strike, and follows up with a roundhouse kick to the back of the head. Then she picks Amber up and hits a supernova. 1, 2, 3. Chris Statlander gets her first win in just about 7 to 10 months. Yeah, nice to bring her back. It is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about it. So, match itself was all right. Gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. We move on. So we're rolling pretty quickly here on AEW review. That's that. All right, then we go backstage. We get Team Taz. You know, we got Ricky Starks, absolute Ricky Starks. We got Hook, Taz's son. Taz, of course, Brian Cage, the Machine, still with the FTW title that he never defends, and also Powerhouse Will Hobbs. So we get Dasha there, and they're waiting Christian Cage's answer. And Dasha's like, yeah, have you heard of his answer yet? So Ricky Starks says they waited for months for Will Hobbs. Now, why are they waiting a week? It's like, we are Team Taz. We shouldn't be waiting. And Taz's like, you're right. We're chasing and we shouldn't be. And tells Ricky, you know what, Ricky, you're kind of a little bit of a hothead. I think you need to stay in the back. You're kind of a little bit of, you're being combustible right now. And then Brian Cage's like, well, I totally agree. And tells Ricky that you're acting different, blah, blah, blah. And Taz's like, well, maybe you should stay backstage too, Brian. So, like I said, I think the Brian Cage, Ricky Starks feud is gonna culminate in a couple weeks, and the disintegration of Team Taz as well. So we'll see what happens with that. And then basically Taz says they're gonna lock down Christian Cage, and we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. So that leads to Christian Cage in the ring with Tony Baloney, and says that, this is the first time we've been in the ring together, and Tony's gets a hard. I was like, hey, Christian Cage, hey. Anyway, Christian says he has been talking about outwork everyone, so he was about to finish, and then Taz comes out with Hook and Powerhouse Hobbs. He's kind of mad that Christian is ghosting him. He offered Christian an amazing opportunity, and Cage doesn't even acknowledge him. And then he says, are you in or are you out? So Christian says he was going to do this, in the back like a professional. But since Taz came out, calls Team Taz a little bit of a dumpster fire, which they are. He says he didn't come here to help Taz fix his problems. He came here to win titles. So the answer is no. So Taz gets pissed, says, here's the deal, shitbag. Kind of bleep that out a little bit. He says if he was standing on his wallet, he'd be taller than that big head is. Calls Cage disrespectful and never liked him or his stupid buddy. Kind of diss the Edge. And Will Hobbs like, shut up, Taz. Looks like he wants a piece of some action. So Hobbs gets in the ring, and him and Cage go at it. And he goes for a body slam. Christian escapes. And then Hook, where was it? Hook gets on the apron to distract. Hobbs then mows Cage down, sends Christian to the outside, steps over to Cage, who's crawling on the outside. This one towards the steps. Slam Cage's head into the steps, and then steps on his head, pressing it into the steps, and basically that's it. So that's that. So well, Christian said no, and then he gets a beat down. That's all I gotta say about that. And that's gonna lead to Christian Cage taking on Powerhouse Will Hobbs this coming Wednesday night on the program. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens with that as we move on with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we will move on from there. All right. All right. I'm gonna get a little tired. I'm gonna finish this up because I gotta poop. All right, then we get to the main event. No holds barred match for the TNT title. We got Matt Hardy of the Hardy family office taking on the TNT champion Darby Allin. This was a brutal match, and kind of went all over the place. And, the camera was trying to get everything, and just just insane match for what it was. It's also with me grabbing a chair, about to use it. Then he swings and misses like the New York Yankees. And then Darby gets on the attack, hits the ropes for a springboard. Matt slaps him in the back with a chair, clips the leg. Then he's proud of his dirty work. He smacks Darby in the back. Darby was out. Matt goes to swing the chair, but Darby moved, and Matt hits the barricade. He smacks Darby on the back again and sends Darby into the apron. And he starts working on the back. Darby's back is all red and has a little bit of blood on it. So blood, motherfuckers. Slams Darby's head into the apron a couple times and shoves Darby in the ring. Hardy sits the chair down in the middle of the ring, takes a seat to start talking smack to Darby. Darby gets up. Matt hits a right hand to the face, then another one. Matt kicks Darby aside and looks to drop the edge of the chair onto his stomach, and he does. So Darby's in trouble. So Matt grabs Darby. Darby blocks, hits a hard right hand, then a left, then a right, elbow to the face, then a forearm. Matt comes back with a kick. He hooks the head, then breaker for a near fall. Then grabs the chair, opens it up, sits down, and slaps Matt's head into it. Darby's head into it. He slaps Darby on the back again with the chair. Then he locks Darby's head in the chair, stands him up, looks for the twist of fate. Darby swings, stabs at Matt with the chair, then closes it up, smacks across the back with it. Then again for a third time. And then out comes the Butcher, Private Party. Well, no Bunny, sorry for all LA fans out there. So the Butcher comes out with a trash can, tosses it in the face of Darby. And then the Blade, Private Party come out. They attack Darby with some stomps. And then the Butcher and the Blade grab the steel steps and bring them towards the corner where the two barricades meet. And then out come the entire Order, without -1, of course. And Adam Page wasn't there. And then out comes the Man Cold Sting, or as Tony Schiavone says, it's Sting! He comes out very slowly, gets in the ring, hits Marquine with a bat, sends Isaiah Cassidy over the top rope, then sends him and hits Cassidy with the trash can, then hits both of them with a clothesline, sending Private Party to the outside, and then he follows them out in the ring. As we go to commercial, we'll come back. So we see Matt send Darby into the steps, but since Darby is kind of creepy, he no-sells it, bounces off the top of the steps, falls onto them over the barricade, which is kind of cool. Well, in the ring, once again, Sting is looking to hit the double Scorpion death drop, Private Party. Then we see Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky try to come down, but Lance Archer comes out to stop them from doing anything. So they back away and they leave. And Lance Archer gets in the ring, and him and Sting have a stare down. Grabs Isaiah Cassidy, pulls off the top rope, hits the blackout right in front of Sting, and then says, "You want to try that?" And he's all smiles, and Sting's like, "What the hell's going on here?" He was kind of confused. So Archer leaves the ring and grabs Marquine and Cassidy, takes both of them out. So it's all chaos right now. So Matt's on the stage, gets hit with a chair by Darby. Darby shoots the legs. Sting tosses him the bat. Matt's crawling away, gets right near the announce table. Darby walks over to him with a bat, and then Darby gets hit with a low blow to the nuts by Matt. Matt locks the head in the chair, hits the twist of fate with the chair, goes for a near fall. Somehow, I don't know how he kicked out. Then Matt tosses Darby into the tunnel, go down the tunnel, and Matt's continuing to beat him up. Yeah, puts him on a table where BJ Whitmer. I didn't even know he was in that damn company. And Tony Khan were. So they get out of harm's way. Puts Darby on the table. Goes up the ladder. And he goes, ah! Then he drops the leg through the table. And it looked like he hurt his ass. Goes for the cover. Darby kicks out again. Then he picks him up, throws him through the tunnel back towards the stage. Matt follows. He's pissed. And he's broken. Points to the title and grabs Darby's head. He attacks the back, locks the head. Darby slides off the back and then hits Matt with a low blow to the nuts. So no more kids for you there, Matt Hardy. Sorry, Rebby Hardy. Call me. But this was. Darby grabs the bat, walks back over to Matt up on the stage. Darby slowly walks to Matt. Matt is backed up to the announce table. Darby swings to the gut, then to the back, then the chin, then just starts going to town on Matt Hardy. Then he starts swinging, knocks the monitors off the announce table. That's going to cost a lot of money. Sadly did not hit Tony Schiavone. Damn. He chokes Matt up over to the table, lays him down on the table, gets one more shot of Matt on the chin. Then he leaves, and everybody's like, "Where did he go? Where did he go?" Then we see him climb up this big ass fuck scaffold. That's right around the. Then he does the coffin drop off the scaffold, which was fucking amazing. And he covers 1, 2, 3. Darby Allin picks up and retains the TNT title over Matt Hardy. Good ending to a pretty decent match. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. And afterwards, Darby's like holding up the belt, and nothing else happens after that. So pretty good ending to a pretty good show. Shut up. Fucking Rosa talking up a storm. Shut up! Anyway, so you hear her annoying voice, and she always annoys my videos, but it is what it is. That's all I gotta say about that. I can't help it. That's all I gotta say. All right, so it ends a pretty good Dynamite. So I gave Dynamite a solid 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you motherfuckers thought of Dynamite in a comment down below, or if you want to do a video reply, go ahead and do it. Don't forget to smash that like button to death. Hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels as well. Hopefully we can get to 400 subscribers on this channel. Hopefully by the summertime, by the fall. We'll see what happens right now at 369, I think right now, 668, 669. So hopefully we can get to 400 pretty soon. But it's all up to you guys. Share the videos. Share the videos with your friends. Tell them about the channel. Get them to subscribe for some good old-fashioned wrestling talk and some other stuff. And then have them subscribe to all my other channels as well. And for some more great content. And that's it. So like the video. Subscribe. Hit me up on social media and all my social media stuff. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So check me out. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet. And please don't forget to tap that bell. Turn on all my notifications so you never, ever, ever miss an upload. Because if you miss an upload, well, you're going to have to look for it. That's all I got to say about that. Or have to search my name in the search field and look up my latest video. And that's pretty much it. So hit the bell, get notified so you never miss an upload, whether it be on my phone or right here on the good old desktop. And that's all I got to say about that. Oh my God, Rosa's up a storm today. Shut up! Anyway, I think it's the beer that Rosa drank today, so I'm gonna have to smack her ass later. But it is what it is. All right, everybody, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Once again, 7 out of 10 stars for Dynamite. And that's pretty much it. We'll see what happens next week on NXT and Dynamite. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. We got SmackDown tomorrow night, and that's all I gotta say about that. Don't forget to check out my video about the releases from the WWE today. Samoa Joe and a couple others, the Iconics, Bo Dallas, Mickey James, stuff like that. So we'll talk. So check out that video, And we'll see what happens this weekend. Maybe more will come your way, and then we'll see what happens with that. So thank you all for watching. I'm going to go beat the shit out of Rosa, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.